Market update on the 13th. So we got one of the moves I talked about in the video yesterday, but it also was not the exact thing I was looking for. I was looking for a 5-wave move down. This is corrective. And so the two possibilities were we come up here to 378. That would have been very, very bearish. But instead we did sell off into the close, and we came down here and did the gap fill at 372.50. Past video I said if that happens I'm going to be bullish, and I'm bullish from here as the most likely move. So I think that this is more than likely just ABC right here, and then we get ABC down. So I have WX, could be also AB, but label it WX for now. And if I'm taking parallel lines to see how long, this actually would come out to the very top of this 5-wave move right here. But as I'll show you here in a second, where SPY is, I think it's likely that we get not a full-size move. We could go as far as 382.72, but then that would completely screw up this being the start of the C wave down. So I'm kind of speculating that we might only go to the 1.23 fib here. Or maybe you just come up here and fill the gap. Maybe we don't even make it all the way up to the 1.23 fib. The gap was 370, no, the gap's right here at 377.94. Usually it goes to the 1.23 fib when it's a zigzag like minimum. So 379.43, and then of course 382. We have a gap there. So if it does break this high, it completely screws up this move down, and then that would change a lot. That would just mean that we're in a corrective move again. So let's just say this happens, then you might be looking at something like this. And at that point, it just changes the whole chart. Then you have potential, so many different potentials after that. You have potential of this to be a nested second wave. You have potential for this to be a C wave higher, and then we start the move. So tomorrow will tell us a lot. Again, on these corrective moves, there's just a bunch of different possibilities, so you can't really say for sure. But the probability on the short term is we go higher. Don't know the exact length of it. If you draw a parallel line here, you can see, let's just see where that ends at. I would suspect it would stay in between this. So Friday at 1:30, here at 380. But I would think that this move might end up a little bit sooner. So if it does only go to the 1.23 fib, we're looking sometime tomorrow, and then it starts selling off again. So I'm bullish. The bearish possibility though is we could get continuation lower, and that would just mean that we're starting the third wave. So 1, 2, and then this continues lower. But the reason I don't like that much is this looks corrective to me. You might be able to say this is a 5-wave move right here, but it just looks very corrective to me. So I don't like that move as much, but of course, can't rule out that. You got to have a bearish and a bullish possibility. So if we do get a bear move tomorrow, then I would want to see it come all the way down here, probably into this demand zone at 364 to 367, and ultimately we're looking for a third wave to end at a minimum of 362. So again, looking bullish, but the bearish possibility is there. But again, we filled this gap at 372.65 right into demand at the end of the day. All day when we came down here, I was looking for that the whole time, and we got it, and we still have not filled the gap to the upside. Plus, you look at all the tech charts, it looks to me like there's probably a little bit more upside. And then SPY is a little bit different. I already have it set up here. Another reason why I'm bullish, you look at this move right here. That's a very corrective move. This was ABC, corrective move. We should get one more move up here to 450, maybe not 452, maybe all up here to 1.23 fib here at 450. But either way, a move up here maybe to this demand zone. We never filled the gap here at 449, so same situation as QQQ. A little bit different though, as this can go all the way up to 452.50 and still not break the start of this first wave down. So that's another reason why QQQ, I don't think it's probably going to go all the way to 380. If it does, if we do get this move, I think it's probably max out 379.30-ish, something like that. Maybe not even break outside of this demand zone. So if we fill the gap, maybe a max of 378.96. So that's SPY and QQQ. Oh, another thing to look at too, this is a secondary indicator, but standard deviation channel, fill the gap in demand, -2 standard deviations on the 5-minute chart, and you can see it's pretty accurate most of the time. When it gets to the extreme, it usually goes the other extreme. So another reason why I'm leaning bullish. And now Tesla. So Tesla did exactly what I said in the video yesterday. And what I said was we're going to get a pullback to 268 and then a 5th wave higher up here to likely 280. We went to 278, and then that was the end of the 3rd wave, and then we had the 4th wave coming down. Another reason why I'm bullish, and I think that this could potentially be done. Invalidation, if it ends up being bearish, to invalidate the whole move, you're looking at the real invalidation would actually be the first wave right here at 258, but if it gets below 261, then I would be really worried about it. So look for Tesla to more than likely finish a 5th wave tomorrow or Thursday up here to 290. Let's just take a look and see if we take the first wave here. It takes us to 282 only, but I mean this supply zone should be pretty much a magnet for a move higher. And if you haven't watched the past videos, you can just take this and it goes basically right to 290, and we're almost there. So another reason why I'm bullish on QQQ. Let's go over Microsoft. So Microsoft, pretty much doing exactly what I was talking about. If we're going to get a bullish move, this could be a first wave right here, and then a second wave down right here. So if we get nice positive CPI tomorrow, then again, still looking for, no, that's not right. I'm looking for the 1.61 fib at 346, and that would look like this, something like that. And that would be another another supply zone on the 4-hour time frame, I think. On the daily, it might be a little bit lower. Let's see. Yeah, so the daily starts at 344. So we are getting to the end of these moves, but they all look like they should have more upside. Apple, another one. It looks to me like it's probably in a B wave. And if that's the case, we're probably just looking at something up here around like this right here now at this point, which is 181 to 183. And then that would be the top, and you'd be looking for more downside. Would that retrace to the 0.5 fib? Let's see. 0.5 fib. Yep, that's right around the 0.5 fib. So that would be a second wave. And then you're looking at a big, big decline on Apple because it's looking more and more like this is a first wave. You're looking at 163. Pull back to 168. You're looking at something potentially going to go all the way to potentially 150. Let's zoom out here to see. But the invalidation is at 157 for a fourth wave. So Apple has some room to go down. This is a demand zone right here. I guess it's possible that this ends up being ABC, because this was ABC as well. So maybe this is overall going to be a WXY move. Could get that as well. If that happens, then we're just looking down here at the very bottom at 163. That would just mean this move is A, B, C, like that. So we'll see what happens on that. But invalidation for 5 waves is sitting here at 157. So okay, NVDA. So NVIDIA 448, nothing really changed. It might bounce tomorrow, but if not, still just looking for this gap fill down here at 435, and it should be a C wave. I think that the other ones can maybe offset NVIDIA going down tomorrow if it hits 435, because if we have Apple going up, Microsoft, Tesla, all the rest of them, then it should be able to offset. Amazon 141, looking for that 145 tomorrow. Let's just see. It's a little bit outside the parallel line, but looking for 145 and then a decline after that. So nothing's really changed on most of these. Meta, did it hit 314 yet? I didn't even look at it today. So Meta's at 301. Still potential for it to go to 314. That would be about 4 or 5% gain. And let's look at Google. And I'll look at the dollar and the VIX and call it good. So Google, it did fall pretty good over the last couple of days. There is still this gap fill at 140.93. If we go up, it's probably going to have to hit this 140.93. So we'll see if all these offset NVIDIA going down tomorrow. Not sure exactly how that's going to play out. Let's go over the dollar. Dollar 104.73. On the 5 minute, it's getting to the top of this range, kind of like I talked about in the other one. And on the daily, it's getting to the very top of the range as well. So that means that it can still go outside this range. I'm still looking for this to potentially go up to 109. But it is getting to the top of the range, so you can see it went outside of it a little bit on this move in September of last year. We'll see what happens. Still in a C wave of the overall B wave. VIX. So another reason why I think this can probably go higher is the VIX still has that gap to fill down here at 1308. So it created a gap on September 5th. Still has not filled it. I think this tomorrow might be the time when it fills it down here in the low 13s. And that should be enough to pump everything up for at least a couple more days. One thing that I noticed that's interesting is you take the top of here, it's basically right at the bottom. So I think we're getting ready to see some volatility come back probably by the end of the week or maybe next week, because all these tech moves are about to be finished. And then October, I'm expecting to be really bloody anyway. We might see some upside moves, maybe similar to March. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe we get a March move over the next month and a half, maybe into November. So that's pretty much it. Overall, as I showed in this video, I am bullish going into CPI. There are bearish possibilities, but from what I see, I think we're probably going to see some upside tomorrow. And I'm prepared to be wrong. If I'm wrong, I do have some bearish positions because they're farther out. But I do have some short-term bullish positions. We'll see how it plays out. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you like the content, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button for more updates. I'll catch you in the next video.